I really hope that your mother was as wonderful as my mother. 21 years ago, I wrote a letter to my mother, and when she passed away 5 years later, amongst her papers we found an envelope with the letter inside, and the envelope read on the outside, "Keep forever." I'd like to share with you some of the letter that I wrote to my mother. You, my darling mother, are a glimpse of perfection, which perfection we call a higher power, or God, or whatever name resonates with you. You are humility with no need for ego. You are strength without a need for power. You are totally selfless in serving others. You listen without a need to speak. Your guidance is so subtle that hardly a ripple is noticeable. You are at peace with no need for anything. You are wealthy beyond measure because you never needed anything before you got it. You bore 50 years of marriage as a saint, more than half of which was spent nursing Dad 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with total love and devotion. You had little, if any, pleasure of a physical nature. You were deprived of the time to make and nurture friends, to have a hobby or participate in a sport or go to a concert or a play for your needs. However, you never complained. You never expressed frustration. You just kept on showering love and blessings on Dad and on all of us. When you lost your other son tragically, you bore the loss, bearing your hurt, so you could help Dad handle the loss he felt. I believe that your soul knew that your son would not be seen again in the physical world, but was with you in the spiritual world. So instinctively, you could handle the loss easier than Dad did. There could be very few people in the world who have lived to nearly 80 and who did not have an enemy or even someone who carried a small grievance of annoyance about them. I cannot think of the one person who could say anything negative about you. You have not harmed anyone either with your words or your actions. You have lived the credo you always instilled in us. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. You and Dad always struggled financially, but you were never poor. You always knew instinctively that the universe will provide for your needs. You never demanded anything. You always placed Dad and your children's needs way above your own. You have chosen a path on this life on earth to be one of selfless love and devotion. You've done a wonderful job of it. You are a wonderful, wonderful human being and a marvelous, glorious spiritual being. Thank you for allowing me to choose you as my mother. To show me a glimpse of perfection is our higher power. I love you, Mom. You are my heroine forever. Eternally yours, all my love, your son.